So if you're starting a business in Saskatchewan, there are a number of different items that you need to get set up properly. And in this video, I'm just going to go over a quick checklist just so you can check to make sure that you've covered these items when setting up your business. And now in this video, I have to be very general. Every situation is different. There are exceptions to every rule. Everyone's working at a different pace in a different industry with different goals. So this is just a very general checklist. And if you're wanting any one-on-one assistance with setting up your business or making sure it's set up correctly, feel free to reach out to myself, as I am a business management consultant based in Saskatchewan, and this is very much what I specialize in. And there is a link to book a free 1-hour initial consultation with me in the video description below. So once you've figured out your business idea, your business name, the industry, where you want to operate, things like that, and you want to make the business official, well, the first thing on the checklist for most cases would be to actually register that business and make it official. So again, there are some exceptions to this where you don't actually have to register it, but for the most part, you have to choose your legal structure, whether that's sole proprietorship, partnership, corporation, or one of the other more specialty legal structures. And then you have to either incorporate or register that, typically just with the Corporate Registry of Saskatchewan, the ISC. And so once you've done that, that's really what makes your business official. That's when it exists. Now, one of the next most important steps is to get a municipal business license. So this step is completely different from registering the business in the province. This is getting like an operating license in the city in which the business is located, or town or rural municipality, or if the business is located on reserve land, then in some cases you need what's called a band council resolution. So pretty much every town and city has a municipal business license, and the rules around those vary from municipality to municipality, but it's very important to get it if you do need it. Now, the next thing on a checklist will be to get a business bank account. In some cases it's required. In other cases, you don't necessarily need one, but it's always good to have a business bank account just to keep business transactions separate from your personal transactions. Now, the next thing on your checklist would be to get any additional licenses or permits that your business may need. And again, this can vary greatly from business to business. Some businesses really just need to register and get their municipal business license. Other businesses might have, multiple permits or licenses on top of that they need. So think, for example, if you're starting like a restaurant and bar, you might need a liquor license. You'll need your Saskatchewan Health Authority food permit. If you're working in certain trades or medical fields or even personal service fields, you might need certain certification in your field, like a journey person certificate, or to be a member of the professional association and be in good standing with whatever governing body that is. One of the next things on the checklist would be to get set up with a GST account. And now again, there are some exceptions to this. Sometimes you don't have to, but in most cases, most businesses must sign up for a GST account, especially when they reach a certain sales threshold that the Canada Revenue Agency has set out, which requires you to sign up for an account once you're no longer what's considered a small supplier. Now, another important thing on the checklist would be to get set up with a PST account. And again, this is just very general in this video here. Sometimes you don't have to, there are some exceptions, but for the most part, most businesses in Saskatchewan do need to register with the Ministry of Finance and get their PST account set up. And one thing about the PST account is that you can actually automatically sign up for it when you register or incorporate your business with the ISC. Now, another step that may or may not be on your checklist would be getting registered for a payroll account. And typically you only need a payroll account if you actually have employees. And this payroll account can be set up with the Canada Revenue Agency, just like the GST account can be. And in order to set up those two accounts, you use your federal business number, which is a 9-digit number that's issued to you from the ISC when you either register a business name or incorporate a business with them. Now, if you are getting employees, and in some cases, even if you don't have employees and you just have independent contractors, another thing that's important that you should have on your checklist is to get a workers' compensation account. And workers' compensation is governed by the Saskatchewan Workers' Compensation Board, so you can go to them to create an account with them. And now lastly, for the most important things to have on your checklist in terms of administrative stuff would be to get a business insurance policy. And again, some businesses, maybe they don't really need an insurance policy or a very limited one. And then in other cases, some businesses need very comprehensive business insurance policies. So it really depends, like I said, from business to business, but this is just a basic checklist that you should be aware of. And then there are other things too, like you'll probably want to set up a website and a Google business profile and maybe get a business logo and business cards and, maybe purchase some equipment and supplies and stuff like that. But I just wanted to cover the most important things on the checklist so that you're compliant with government regulations and different governing bodies and things like that for your business that's based in Saskatchewan. So again, if you want any assistance navigating any of that stuff, feel free to reach out to me and book a free 1-hour initial consultation. Again, I will leave a link to that in the video description below. And if you got any value from the video, please click like and feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel here, where I currently have almost 300 videos that cover business management and business startup topics. And some of them are focused very much on Saskatchewan specific topics and content.